should really think in mind when you go to Korea is you should look at it as a short-term stitch, not something you should be there for very, very long. Do your one and done. Get done with it. Now, when those are staying longer than they need to, they're just overstaying their welcome. The point is to get the memories, get the experience, and enjoy what there is to offer, and then come back, and do it all over again. That's the excitement portion. So if you're staying longer than you need to, you're just overstaying your welcome. Bottom line is, you just can't make Korea a long-term assignment. That's the problem. You're overstaying your welcome. Literally, Korea is like turning a hoe into a housewife. You can't do that with this type of base. It's just not meant for that. The infrastructure is not there, and all these people are bringing up all these things and all these little problems that you should not be having. So right now, you could say in this time of frame, the party is now 8 a.m. in the morning, the sun is out, everything is exposed. It's not as fun as in years past. So right now, you just do your time and enjoy it, and then leave. The real bottom line is you do your short tour, one and done, you get out. But here's the thing, you have long-lasting friendships here. You can always come back. No one can stop you right there. So you come back, you have people you've known for a very, very long time. They remember you. Why? Because you were nice, you were kind, you assimilated into the culture, and you're being very respectful. And that is probably one of the biggest things too, is be respectful. Don't be like these loud-ass Americans who are screaming and yelling. No, be calm, cool, collective, and most of all, respectful. Am I wrong? Think about it. You go downtown, get away from the bars. You can indulge in, nice karaoke, have a sip of the old spirits right there. Things like that. I mean, is it too wrong to say to assimilate and to actually be culturally nice? And that's the whole bottom line is about building friendship. We're an alliance, and that's how it should be. We're good, nice, cool, wholesome people. And the exciting part is go get something to eat. Go to a baseball game. That's the biggest thing you can possibly do is have fun with that. Gotta look at it this way. When you do your Korea assignment, this is like turning a hoe into a housewife. You just can't do that. Because understandingly here is that you can get so much done here, you can't do this long term. You'll run out of money and you'll run out of bandwidth of excitement. Because honestly, some people have never experienced so much freedom and privilege until they come here. So when they go to their next place, they're going to be extremely spoiled by the fact they were given, and they don't see it. And that is the craziest thing, is they don't see the goodness that is given to them. Obviously, courtesy of those who came before, who bitched, moaned, cried, and suffered in silence and or loud and obnoxiousity. And the people today don't realize, people that sacrifice like hell to get them what they want, to realize, well, you know what? Maybe you should look back and think about all the great things. That's why I'm saying these tours are meant to be short term. They're meant to be, do what you gotta do, suffer through it, and you build character for it. And this is the part where you become an adult, and young men need to understand that. Your journey to become a high value man, you build character through trauma, through pain, through suffering. You really do, and that is the amazing thing about it. As where, like the genie said in Aladdin, you can't kill it, however, you will survive so many things. And that's what these Korea assignments are. They're meant to be tough. They're meant to stress you. So when you go on, you can actually say, you know what, I've been there, I've gone through it. And that's where you build your character, your value of resilience. And there is no other way to build your resilience. You build your resilience through all those experiences. And by making everything squishy and cushy, you kind of take away those things apart, because then when bad things do happen, you're not actually getting the pull back on trauma that you survived and thrived from. So that's what the whole point of these tours are meant to make you grow up, coming of age. And that's the most important thing right there, is you take these short-term experiences and you have lasting effects. You're not going to save the world, and that's the bottom line right there. You're not going to save the world or do anything special to make it even better than you could possibly be. However, if you were to come back in a year, 2 years, at least 2 years plus, you'll finally get to see some of the things you're bitch, moaning, and complaining about to actually come to fruition. But the thing is, it won't have the same effects that people that experience it never gave one care about. Oh, cool, look at all these nice things. They didn't have to work on it. When those who have it on easy mode will never appreciate the journey it took to get there. I know I'm speaking anecdotally, but you can actually see that too when you come to a place like this, where there are those who just did not understand or appreciate what they had in their younger days. Then you finally see as they get older, oh my goodness, I had great opportunities. Now they have to settle for things that should not be settling for. 10 years ago, it wouldn't even drop dead for all that stuff. So the big thing is to appreciate the journey you have, but also don't squander. To squander the journey of learning so much, but also at the time, you have to strike when the iron's hot, when you have a lot of good experience, a lot of good mental, physical, and emotional growth that is happening. And that is something you should never take for granted when you have that. And when you have something that's good and you capitalize on it, like they say, find your niche, find something that actually makes you you. And that's what it is. The whole point of this whole journey here is to become a better person, a much more high-value person when it comes to mental and physical and emotional thinking. That's the greatest thing ever. That's why you want to make sure this is a short-term, short-tour type of place, because staying here full-time doing this for all these years, it's actually very tiring. The ooh, the ah, the glamour, the glitz, the glory of once was, and all the myth and facade is actually not there anymore. And that is one thing I say about this place, is that it's great to be here, but on the flip side, you gotta, I'm sure, what are you looking for? So this is where you go to find yourself, be who you can be, and then try to capitalize on the great experience. It's not to bash this place, but also to make sure this place becomes and stays a short tour-like place. Because when you're staying here a long time, my goodness, the stress of trying to keep the party going is very, very stressful, unless you can maintain that party. And I think it's for some who stay here longer than need to be, can't leave the party, don't want to leave this party because they know for a fact the next place won't honor that great party syndrome that they're trying to soothe. That's why you need a break. It's like working out. You gotta let your muscles recover. About once you leave here, someone else will take your place. And I think for some, that is actually a very scary proposition to think about, the fact that you will be replaced once you leave here. And that is essentially, that's life. So enjoy the sundowns, enjoy the seasons that come about, and that is what makes it who you are. So you can always come back and become better, become strong. You can't stay here short term longer than you need to. No, you can always come back. And when this is all said and done, then you can stay forever. But until such time, you really just have to take some DMT, go work out, get ripped, and I'm telling you right now, go pump out, do some push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, all the great things. Just get big, built, and sculpted so you can be the man you've always wanted to be. Heck, man, be the body you've always envied. Be like Thor and be like, boom, Henry Cavill Superman. And that's the bottom line, is to make yourself better than you were before. And that's amazing.